Hey, good morning. Okay, for those of you ready for a Saturday morning yoga practice, here we are. We're out here at White Rock Lake, and let's begin. All right, so plant your feet down. Remind yourself what we're doing. We're not merely doing an exercise routine. We are integrating our breathing and our attention in the body. We're yoking breath and attention. In this body, I'm planting my feet. Check your feet. We take our feet for granted. Can you bear weight equally, right and left? Not just your habit of what we think of as normal, but take some time. Feel, am I really bearing weight equally, right foot and left foot? You might be surprised. I'm gripping, I'm putting 40% of my weight in my heels, 40% of my weight in the balls of the feet, 20% in my toes. I am lifting up in my arches. I am breathing. I am activating the muscles of my foot, ankle, up through the kneecap, up through the front of the legs. I'm gathering up. I engage pelvic floor muscles and lift up the front of my spine. I engage lowest abdominal muscles. I draw back toward my sacrum. Mulbant, Urian Bant, root lock and mid lock. If I have that, I feel length in my spine. I observe my breathing, and how can I breathe from the bottom of my lungs up to the top and let it pour out? From the bottom of the lungs, I let it fill and let it pour out. Good. May all beings everywhere share this practice. All beings everywhere know the peace at the center of creation. Take your hands together. Inhale up high. Exhale wide. I inhale over the ground. I make a fist with each hand. I hold the breath in. I lock my breath. Through the mouth, I exhale. I turn my palms up. I inhale wide. I regather. I take my fingertips now down to my shoulders in the back. I squeeze my elbows together. I take my elbows apart. My fingers are on the base of my neck and shoulders. I inhale wide, elbows. I exhale, elbows close. Good, so easy, right? Take it to the center, lift up in the elbows. We're going to do some harder things today than last week. These are very basic, very elemental practices. Jaw relax, inhale high. Straighten and lock your elbows, my fingers and thumbs wide. Yeah, oh yeah, get this body moving, get the circulation going. I'm turning sideways, and I'm going to make circles in my shoulders. I reverse direction in my shoulders. Good morning. Good morning. Good, we're reaching up with those fingers. I identify my fingers, isolate and release the fingers, isolate the wrists, release them, isolate the elbows, elbows and shoulders melt, isolate your knees, bend your knees and fold forward, empty the spine down into gravity. If you could empty a bucket, you pour it out. The same thing with the spine. Empty the spine. I'm going to straighten and bend my knees. If this is difficult, alternate. Bend both knees, straighten one. Bend both, straighten the other one. If that's easy, both knees at the same time. Activate the kneecaps up through the hip. Tilt the hips forward. Create a hollow in that lower gut over which you can tilt the hips. Good. Take a big breath. Take your hands onto your knees. Let's make circles in the knees. Good to see you, Juan. Keep that left foot down. Yeah. Reverse direction. Good. Then straighten and bend the knees. Straighten and bend the knees. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Now, if you're there, how deeply can you bend your ankles? Can you keep your heels down? Can you bend the knees beyond the toes? Lift in your heart. Pull the tailbone back so it looks kind of funny. I'm reaching it way back. I'm lifting up. I'm reaching my hands back. Yes. And then I reach my hands forward all the way up. Straight elbows help us. Breathe here for 3 good breaths. Yeah, man. Take the hands back to your heart and stand. Empty your arms and shoulders. Make a little turn. Good. Bring your hands on your hips. Make some big circles in your hips. Big circles in the hips. And then reverse direction. If you could keep your head still, a fixed point in space, and you could move your hips in a big circle, yeah, that's what we're looking for. Nice. Release that. Let's take a big breath right here and rock the hips side to side. I observe the coronal plane of my body. Come on and join us. Good to see you. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Oh, really?
Rock side. It was a couple days ago, but we'll still celebrate.
Oh, well, belated, but
Yeah.
okay.
Rock side to side. In this, I am observing my coronal plane, my ankles, my hips, shoulders, and ears. Good. And then I take my hips over as far as they will reach. Where can they go? Be curious. Reach your hands down, turn the palms out. With that free arm, I sweep into the sky. Look down at your thumb. And then look up at your thumb. Breathe. Use your postures as a form for your breathing. You will achieve the poses, but do not force. We observe that stability and strength and alignment of a primary form, and we carry that unity forward with effortless effort we call sukha. 2 hands away. Let's breathe 3 big breaths. Bend your knees to exit. Roll your shoulders, reach way out. Sweep it down. Empty the spine. Stack your hands on your knees. Let's make some more circles for Michelle. Circle the other direction for Juan. Let's bend straight and back for Jeff. Yeah. And for everybody else, for Kate and Neil and Marie and Carly and Sebastian and Chris and Scott and everybody else. For Philip, let's make a little turn. Good. Take a big breath. Let's do the second side, you know? Let's start standing, stable. My feet are gripping. I'm lifting up through the arches. Root lock and mid lock activate. I'm lifting my spine up. My breath fills the lungs. And if I can do that, I'm standing stable and strong. And we identify the stability, the strength, the alignment, the balance with our breathing. Okay, that's what we want. And we want to carry that forward into posture without force. When we move with intent, with breath, in our alignment, strength, balance, we call sthira. Moving effortlessly is the sukha. So I'm identifying my hip. Take your hip over. And reach. Reach. Turn your palms out. My ear is reaching into the sky. I am breathing that right there. Let's sweep up into the sky. Look down at your thumb. Straight elbows help your back. Turn, look up at your thumb. Breathe 3 good breaths. And then breathe, reach the arm long, over the top, level with the mat, level with the ground. You could stay there, but if you want more, reach 2 hands away and breathe. Crescent moon pose. Breathe it right there for 3. The exit, bend your knees, revolve your shoulder, reach, sweep down. Nice, empty the spine. Stack your hands on your knees, push away. Take your hands up high, and we're going to hop. Good little hop. I'm happy to see you over there, Michelle. Little hops. Let's count 36 together. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 36, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty that down. Make a little turn. Separate your feet. Let's twist. And so we're pivoting on the spine. It is like an axis on which we twist. And the chin and forehead turn equally. The shoulders low, away from the ears. Let's breathe 9 more. 2, 2, 3, 4, 4. And release that. Bring that back to the center. Beautiful. Bring your feet close. We'll make some batik movement, okay? In this, I inhale, my arms back. I exhale forward. 4 count. 2, 3, 4. Bend 1, 2, 3, 4. Scoop and lift the arms up. Let the arms lift us up. Nice. That's it. Now, my knees bend. Can we go a little deeper? You don't have, you can stay shallow. But when you want more, you are tracking your knees in the same line as your feet. and you can touch the ground. Touch the ground. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Don't rush. Stay smooth. Stay steady. Let's do 9 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, try this one. I'm setting this for 3 minutes, okay? You go and do how you want, break it, and then come back to it. So I'm separating my feet, teacups, okay? Going to enter. Good. So when this says 37, 40, that's where I'm going to stay. That's when I'm going to let go. What you do is you breathe smoothly. You drop the tailbone down. You level the legs. You find a point out in front of you. Let your eyes stay fixed on that point. And you breathe. Your mind gives up before the body gives up. So let your mind begin to practice. Say, no, I'm not going to break. I'm going to stay there. I'm going to stay there. And as we're breathing, if you need to come up, do it. It's okay. It's not like, any penalty. But can you hold? Good. Maybe you do 3 times up and down. I don't know. But we are growing these. We are adding on. Yeah, let's breathe it right there. Good job, good job. Stay with it. Good. So we have about 25 seconds left. That will be 3 minutes. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Touch your hands down to the ground. Then you can straighten those legs back up. Very nice. Be tall. Ooh, ooh. How does that feel? That will wake you up. Yes. Yes, those are just so beautiful. All right, we're going to do one more, but let's take our feet wide. Take the feet wide, press down. Now, they're not as wide as you can go, but they're kind of wide. Push down, flatten those feet, press, gather those legs to the center. We are adducting those legs, right? Oh yeah, it feels really good. Okay, now let's find an exit from this. So simple. I'm going to pivot my heels in, then I'm going to pivot my toes in. And then I'm going to pivot my heels in. I'm going to pivot my toes and my heels. I'm back to neutral. I take a breath. I put all my weight into my left leg. I lift my right and cross it over. I press down in the feet. Equal pressure down on the ground. There it is. And now I'm locking my knees. I'm lifting up. I'm squeezing my legs together. Breathe it right there. Just 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Take your hands straight up and press your hands together for 3. Straighten those elbows. 2, 1. Now I'm going to crisscross my wrist and turn the palms back to each other and lift. Lift up high, push down, squeeze. Good. Unbind. Crisscross the opposite direction. Plant the palms, lace the fingers together. Lift up high. Breathe it right there. 3, 2, 1. Can you take these arms behind your ears, behind the head? Exhale. Empty the arms. Uncross. Same thing, second side. I lift, my weight is in my right leg. I press down. I press, I squeeze. Squeeze the legs together. Push down into the ground, into the earth for 3 and 2 and 1. Take your hands up and press your palms together. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to crisscross my wrist, turn the palms back and lace the fingers. Lift up high. Lift up. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. I release. I reverse the wrist. I crisscross back. I press the hands, lace the fingers, and lift for 3, 2, 1. I unbind my hands. I sweep the arms wide. Unbind the legs. Make a little turn. Make a little turn. Good. I'm going to pivot my toes out. Drop down, drop down, drop down all the way to a primary squat. Yes, malasana. I want to put my elbows into the inside of the knee. My hands touch. I level my arms. Yes, I lift in my heart. Good. And I'm going to rock side to side. Rock side to side. Good. I make circles in my tailbone one way. I make circles, tailbone, other way. Right? Okie doke. You could stay here, practice lifting in the heart, dropping in the tailbone. But if you want more, take your hands over to one knee. So I'm pushing against my right knee. Can you straighten and lock your elbows? Yeah. It's like, interesting how things shift as we push. Now, if I'm pushing over and straightening the lock of the elbows, my shoulder is low, and I take that left shoulder low on the left knee. My left hand will go up to my heart. I push away. I revolve. I drop my tailbone down deeper, deeper as I twist, and I lift up. I breathe. And that's it. Breathe here. Breathe for 3, 2. Isolate the fingers, release them. Isolate the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder. Good stuff. I'm going to push the opposite leg. As I do, my right shoulder drops down inside of this right knee. I push away my right hand, it goes up to my heart. It leverages a twist. Get a full twist before you lift. So I am twisting up high, 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 high. And then I reach into the sky. I look at my thumb and I breathe here for 3 and 2 and 1. Isolate the fingers, the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder. I come on down. Oh my goodness, now look at that. Everybody's in lovely squats. This is a good thing to do. Push the ground away. Good. Come up, be tall. Separate these legs again. Push down in these feet. Square your hips. And if you're there, I'm going to push down in this right leg, right heel, pivot the toes away. So my foot is pointing straight out. That's it. This one is pointing at the camera. I'm going to square my hips and level my hips. And then I'm going to reach backwards. Back down this primary stabilizing leg back here. And reach up. Take these arms level with the ground. Same kind of thing. I turn this hand up, this right hand, and I'm looking at this right hand. I'm going backwards again. I'm going back, back, back down this left side. I'm looking up. Yes. Where can we go? Just feel and breathe. Breathe it right there for 3 and 2 and 1. Let's take it back down. Level these arms. And I reach. Make it easy. Maybe your hand goes to your leg, your thigh, your knee, maybe your shin. Make it easy to begin. Do not force. Remember, we're wanting to carry sthira, stability and alignment and strength, our balance into the posture. Maybe we can reach longer down the leg. Maybe you can reach. We want to keep this left hip open into the sky, the right hip forward. And so I'm opening into that coronal plane. Good. If we're there, let's look down at the foot for 3, 2, 1. Turn your eyes, look up at your thumb. Breathe there for 3, 2, 1. Can you reach long over the top? Can you open? Nice. Okay, so you can stay there. If you want more, try this. Take 2 hands out and away and breathe it right there for 3 and 2 and 1. Revolve your shoulders, level, fold. Padottanasana. Fold it down. Very nice. Lift it back up. Stack your hands on the legs. Take your hands together behind you. Lace your fingers. Reach away. Lift in your heart. Pull back. And fold forward. Yes. Fold it forward. My exit, I unbind my hands. They place down by my foot. My back heel revolves up. I bend this front knee. And I breathe here. 3, 2, Anjaneyasana. 1 step, 1 breath. Here we go. Exhale and step. Rebuild back up. Beautiful. Open wide. Second side, same thing. Same set. Good morning. Plant your feet down. Your back leg is your grounding leg. We pivot. We want to square the hips. Okay, remember, you want to identify your foundation. You want to identify your strength, your alignment, your balance. You want to hold that. You want to awaken that. And if you just do that, that is extremely positive. We call it sthira. But when you want more, you set your intention and you carry that sthira, you carry that balance and strength. And let's do it like this. We're going to reach down the back leg. Real easy. We want an effortless effort. Breathe for 3 and 2 and 1. Bring it back up. Be tall. Open the arms. Be strong with both shoulders, both arms. This front hand, I look at it and I turn it palm up. And I reach back. I reach back. I reach back. I reach up and over my head. Way out. And I breathe for 3 and 2 and 1. I bring it back up. Ground, level, sthira. This time I tilt into this triangle pose and make it easy to begin, okay? My hips squared into this coronal plane. That means my left hip is forward, my right hip is rolling up and back. My elbows straight. I turn my eyes down to my foot. Perhaps we can fold to the side a little deeper. So I'm on my shin, my ankle, my foot, the ground. Let's breathe it right here for 3, wherever you are, 2 and 1. Do not force it. That is the key factor. Do not force. Turn your eyes, look up at your thumb. If you are deeper than your form is correct, you can invite extra pain. Is not right. Take this arm long now, over the top. Now you could stay there with it. Remember what we did on the other side? We reached out. You don't have to do this one, but you can. Good, you breathe it. Revolve these shoulders, level. Take it down to the ground. Fold. Nice. Nice straight legs. Good job. Press these feet down in the ground. Good, let's lift it back up. Take your fingers behind and lace your fingers. Reach away. Turn your navel over this long leg. So I'm turning my torso now over this long leg. I'm reaching back. And let's fold it forward. Fold with this. Lift the arms up. Unbind those hands. Take the hands down by the foot. My back foot revolves the heel up. I bend my front knee. I feel where I am. I breathe. With an exhale, I step. Fold it forward. Create that hollow in the front of the belly. Pull the belly back. Lift the spine over that hollow and tilt. Good. I'm going to bend my knees and I'm going to bind my hands to the elbows behind the knee. My knees are bent. My heart rests on my legs. Can you straighten those knees? Keep the heart on the legs. Let it breathe. Unbind those hands. Stack the hands on the knees. Lift up in your heart. Utkatasana. Utkatasana. Yes. My ankles bend deeply, knees bend deeply, tailbone way back. Lift in your heart. Reach your hands back and turn the palms forward. Reach up into the sky. Together back to your heart and stand. Beautiful. Let yourself twist. All right. Really good. One. Michelle, let's take your mats and let's lie down on your mats. Today it's not a cold day. So lie down on your mat, tuck your knees and rock. You're going to need a little more space away from the concrete. Yeah. If you're on your back, put one hand on each knee and let yourself rock side to side. It's important your hands are separated, independently placed on the knees. Why? Because it delivers the center of your movement low in the spine. You can experiment and practice and put your fingers laced together over the knees. But I think what you'll find is that the center of your movement lifts up into the shoulders, and it is a less stable turn. Both of them are correct. It's just different. It depends on your intention and what you'd like for the effects to be. Good. Bring this back to the center. Place your hands underneath your knees, behind the knees, and push your heels straight up into the sky. Place your hands behind the leg. See, that's it. Push the heels up and bend the knees. Bend and straighten those knees. Right, so it's like going out and back, out and back, right, both legs. Very nice. Okay, so what if you bend your knees? Can you reach down for your foot? One hand to each foot. Can you straighten your legs here? Yes. If you can straighten, maybe you can take them wide also. Bend and then go wide. Yes, and bend and go wide. Do that 3 more times. Good. Use the pose. Use it for wherever you are. Nice. At the end of those 3, bring it back to the center. Touch those feet down. Put your palms down at your side. If you put your palms down at your side, you're going to make a bridge pose. The knees are bent. The feet are close to the hips. Feel your back flat down on the mat. Feel your breathing. And if you're there, activate the pelvic floor muscles. Activate the lowest abdominal muscles. Gripping. Tilt your tailbone up and drop it down. Isolate this tiny little movement. Dropping the tailbone down, lifting the tailbone up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Now articulate. Lift that tailbone up and tick, 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 go all the way up through your spine. You have 24 bones in that spine. Exhale down. As you lift, hello. Hello, good morning. Yeah. Okay, so you lift it up and you exhale it back down. Right. So try this. Inhale up, you go through 24 bones of your spine, all the way up through the neck. Let the neck lengthen, the chest lifts up to the chin. The chin touches the chest. Now, underneath you, lace your fingers together and reach away with those arms, locking the elbows, reaching the hands toward your feet. Breathe it right there. If you can breathe and reach those feet, and reach those hands long toward the feet, take 3 more good breaths. And then empty the hands, place the hands down, articulate down through your spine. Beautiful. Glide your feet all the way out. Glide the legs straight. Join the legs together. Juntas piernas. See? And point the toes away, pull the toes back. Point and pull. Point the toes out, pull the toes back. Point the toes out, pull the toes back. Right. Now point the heels out, pull the toes back. Rock your toes side to side. Rock those toes side to side. You want to rock them, not just the feet, but at the top of the leg, that femur bone into the acetabulum of that hip. Yes, you want to rock the top of the legs, right and left. Good. Then do this. Make a circle. Point your toes. I'd like for you to imagine that your feet together composed a paintbrush. And that you could dip those toes into paint and make a big circle with those toes. And each circle you make is a breath. Yes, every circle is a breath. And reverse direction. Some Saturdays, there's nobody out here. Today, everybody's out here. But it is springtime, the first Saturday of our spring season. Beautiful. Take a big breath. This time, I want you to exhale, bend your knees again, bring those feet back, take your arms wide like a T. Drift your knees over to the left, turn your palms up. Your palms up allow the shoulder to unlock. If your palms are down, you're rolling the shoulder blade up and you don't want that. Can you draw the knees toward your elbow? Can you push your heels out, straighten those legs out to the side in your revolved stomach pose? Look over to your feet. Look over to this left side. You take a big breath. Feel that. Feel the shape of your lungs with every breath. And the breath is the cycle. It is not just the inhale. The breath exits. Create that vacuum and let the breath drop into that vacuum. Beautiful. Turn your head now. Look over to this right thumb. So your arms are wide. Look over to that right thumb. Find the depth of your oppositions. Breathe here. 3 more big breaths. Fill the lungs. Feel the dilation in that upper right lobe of the lung. The compressions in the lower left. In this pose, it's also very beautiful to observe the channels of strength from your foot to your fingertips. Yes. When you're ready, reach this right hand into the sky, way up. Reach up with that right hand and then roll to your left. Empty your body to the left. That's it. How can gravity draw you down? In 2 more breaths. Come back onto your back. Let's do your second side. You can tuck and rock the knees side to side, like wiping the chalkboard. Yep, and then come back to the center. The feet touch down. The hands touch down. Palms go wide like a T. Knees drift over to the right this time. And drifting those knees over to the right, your head looks over to the right thumb. You breathe it right there. Feel it. Notice the breath in that cycle. Notice the big dilation in the upper left lobe of the lung. Yes. Feel the compression in the lower right. Drawing those knees up toward your elbow, can you straighten those legs out to the side? Excellent. Revolved stomach pose. Take another big breath. When you're ready, turn your eyes, turn your head, look over. Chin and forehead equally turning over to the left thumb. Can you place your eyes on your left thumb? Reaching away. Yes. Breathe 3 more breaths with it. Feel that. And then wake up this left arm into the sky and roll to the right. Empty your body. Empty your knees. Empty your ankles. You do not have to stack. Where does gravity take you? Beautiful. We're going to start wrapping it up today. Find the easiest way to roll over onto your stomach. Nice. So if you're on your stomach, put your two hands together underneath your forehead. Press your head down onto your hands. Increase your pressure for 3 breaths. And then release it. Now relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Activate root lock and mid lock. Push your heels away. Squeeze the gluteus muscles together. Dig your toes into the mat or the ground. Breathe it right there. Yes, straighten those legs. Squeeze the gluteus muscles. You're activating. Yes, it is not passive. You're going to keep those gluteus squeezing. Reach the right leg up. 3 breaths. Nice. And down. Left leg up. Keep those gluteus squeezing. Yes, and down. Now, alternate 3 times. Inhale 1, down. Inhale the other. There's 1. Inhale 2 and down. Inhale the opposite. 2 and down. Inhale 3 and down and 3 and down. Now both legs at the same time. Up and down. 2 more times. Lift it up and down. 1 more time. Lift it up. Hold it up. Now open and close those legs. Let those legs open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Yes. Back to the center. Relax the legs, relax your glutes and locks. Reach your arms out long over the ground. Press the body, the surface of your body, push it down flat into the ground. Breathe it right there, pushing down for 3 breaths. Good job. Now wake up the right arm and the left leg, lift them up. Look at your thumb for 3. Straighten that elbow if you can. It'll help your back. And release it down. Same thing, other arm. Opposite leg, left arm, right leg, 3 breaths. So it's like this, like this, yes, and down. Now both arms and both legs lift. Look at your thumbs. Good. Can you hold it there? If you want more, bend your elbows and draw back. Yes. If you want more, reach it back. Palms up. Yes. If you want more, lace your fingers back behind you, reach away. Nice. Palms apart. Separate your palms. Lacing the fingers. Yeah, that's it. Now, what if you bend your knees right there and grip into your bow? Yep. Lift it up for 3 good breaths. Lift your heart. Lift your eyes. Lift everything up. 3 good breaths. And then release that down. Beautiful. Flip it over on to your back. Tuck your knees and rock. We're going to make 1 good fish posture. Yeah, let it tuck and rock first, Juan, so you let that spine come back aligned. Good. So bring this back, then touch the feet down, glide the legs out. Again, juntas piernas. Grip those legs together. Press your elbows down, press the palms, lift the spine only. Lift your spine up through the heart. That's it. Legs are long, straight on the floor. Yup. Squeeze the legs together. So it looks like this. I'm down. I'm lifting my spine. I go on the top of my head. Breathe it right there. Now, can you breathe in the nose and out the mouth? In the nose, out the mouth. Breathe 18. Oh, hang on. Let's get this. Now, right there. There's your line. Yes, must feel a little different.
Oh, yeah.
Good. And rest it down. Okay, rest it down. Palms go up in your corpse pose. I am opening our Yoga Gems to a random page. All right, there are 3 beautiful passages here. Let's do this one from the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. He was the Beatles yogi. He was that man who who came to the United States and hung out with Peter Max and was responsible for a lot of the, I suppose, a lot of the hippie movement in the 60s. He says this to us. I did visit his ashram that was overgrown in the jungle, by the jungle in Rishikesh. It was amazing. But he says this to us today. The art of archery is to draw the arrow back on the bow as far as possible, and then to release the arrow, sending it ahead with great force. Likewise, draw your mind back to the source of its thinking, and from there, release it. Bring the thought out in a forceful manner. It will be supplemented by the power of being. It will bring out a powerful thought. It will succeed in the relative world, bringing the infusion of being into outside activity. And this action makes possible the state of cosmic consciousness. Unity consciousness. The word cosmic means, cosmos means divine order. The order of all of the planets, the order of all of nature, the order of everything, the order of our own being, our connection with it, the inseparation and inseparability of us from everything we perceive, and the infinite quality externally, the infinite quality internally. We identify with what is outside, we identify with our thoughts and our emotions, but they are not the ultimate truth of our identity. So when he's asking to bring the thought back to its source, what does that mean? It means a still place. So I invite you to cultivate another minute of stillness right here. Observe your breath for a moment, and now leave your body alone. 1 minute. Very nice. Very nice. I invite you to stretch your own stretch. Come back. Bring it back. That was such a brief Shavasana. Shavasana is beautiful to stay. You can stay in your Shavasanas 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And the harder you work in your asana, the more beautiful the Shavasana. Find an easy way now to come up and to stand. Oh, it's getting sunny out here. The sun is really coming up. It's warmer in the sun. Yeah. Let's take our hands together. Inhale high. Exhale wide. Inhale over the ground. Make a fist. Hold the breath. Lock the breath in. Through the mouth, we exhale. Ah! Inhale wide. Bring it back to your heart. And that concludes our asanas. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you, thank you, thank you. We're out. We hope to see you soon.